Hi everyone, this is Cypher, and today we're going to implement Hamming code in C language. So, before we starting, I would like to credit my professor for teaching the concepts of this the theory of the Hamming code, how it works, and after that, I will be able to implement this code. And one convention that we have to make sure is that, just like in the textbooks, let me show you here. The indexing we are considering from 1 to from the right to left, so make sure that, so we will be considering that way only, and that's just very simple. We're just taking the inputs in a reverse order, and if you just want to do it the conventional way, then wherever in the code I have written this for loop in the reverse order, you just try to take it from index I equal to 1 and proceed further like that. So what I have done is I have declared the message size variable, redundant bit variable, initialize it to 0, and message array and data array. Data array is simply for containing the code word, and then I'm just reading the message size from the user. Then what I'm going to do is calculate the number of redundant bits, the minimal number of redundant bits, in order to do the detection, correction, and everything properly. So we will be studying each and every single thing out there related to Hamming code. Now, here to determine the number of redundant bits, I am running an infinite for loop, while loop, sorry. And in all the cases, I am incrementing the number of redundant bits which was initialized to 0, unless I encounter this condition. And this condition says that number of 2 to the power redundant bit should be greater than or equal to message size plus r bit plus 1. R bit is number of redundant bits, and here the same condition is there. If this is so, and if the condition is encountered for the first time, we come out of the while loop. After that, we go to another loop, and this loop, after scanning, sorry, first we scan the values of message and put it in the message array, and then we go and run a for loop. And in this for loop, what we are going to do is we are finding out the redundant bit position, which are determined by 2 to the power k, and 2 to the power 0 is first position, 2 to the power 1 is uh, second position, 2 to the power 2 is fourth position. So in all those 2 to the power k positions, there will be a parity bit position, redundant bit position, and at that position I'm deliberately putting 8, and in other positions I'm just copying what I have in my message. And j I was using for the positioning of redundant bit, it should be message, not like that. All right, so the message counter is there, j, and I'm also incrementing it. So what I have after this for loop is a data array, and data array contains complete message, and in place of redundant bit position I am having 8 everywhere. Now my job is to find out, like, in place of 8 where I have redundant bits, my job and intention for the next loop is to calculate what the value of redundant bit should be. And because we are working for the even parity, so we have to make it like even or odd based on the number of ones and ones we are having uh, in the message actually. So what we're going to do in the for loop, next for loop, is uh, run a for loop on all the elements of the data array. And once you encounter a redundant bit position, and that is that can be identified by its value equal to 8, as we have set it there. So what we're going to do, we are initializing it, yeah, we are just making it to 0, and we are initializing a count. Count will make a count of number of ones we are having, and we are running another for loop, and inside that for loop we are running another for loop backward and finding out the number of ones we are having. Once we are done with that, we are going to determine if this count is even or odd, and this condition is for even. If count is even, it is even parity, nothing to do, data bit is 0, like redundant bit is 0, data of I equal to 0. If it is odd in else case, then let's make it even by adding 1. So total, including the data bit, all the bits like that should be even for that particular case. So after that, this is our generated code word in data array, and we are printing that. And then we are going to the receiver side, and the receiver side we are asking for entering the code word, and that code word can be different obviously, because we want to validate it. The code word has been printed here, and if we change it here and we want to validate it in here, this part is for detection and correction. So till here, before this printf, we have done the generation of code word. So before we move further, what we have to do at the sender side, as we can already see the theory, and if you have not seen the theory, just please see the theory. After that, you will be able to understand each and every single thing out here. So suppose these C's are the redundant bits calculated at the receiver side and they are at the sender side. So if it is a correct code word, a valid code word, if I am like XORing them, then XOR should be 0 if there is no error. And if it is something like this, it shows the position. There is also an error, and the position at error is at bit 1, the 1th position. Sorry, second. 10 is second. So at second position there is an error. It means that. Now before proceeding further, I am going to define an array. An array I am defining using calloc. Why I am defining using calloc? Because I want to initialize it with zeros. If you don't want to use calloc, you simply define an array, regular array of length, number of redundant bits, and you run a for loop, and in that initialize each and every single element with 0. So this parities will be containing this result, the XOR of these C's and D's. I am running the for loop just like I did that. So I just copy pasted that for loop and modified it. And in that, if I encounter a redundant bit position, and C is obviously a helper, C will help me to position this C to the power 0 to the power 1, something like that. And int count is just like in previous for loop, this is for counting the number of ones, and in this I'm doing the same thing as I did in previous for loop, finding out the number of ones. If data of I is also 1, because this included data of I as well, if data of I is equal to 1, then I'm just reducing the count, because I have to only consider the number of ones in the message array. And then now what my intention is, if count is even, or count is same, the parity of count can be calculated by this. Now number of count is number of ones and modulo 2, and if they are even, it will be 0. That is even parity. And data of I is also even parity. If this is odd and this is also odd, this is 1 and this is also 1, it means they are having odd parities, but they are same. Data of I is cancelling it overall, because data of I is a redundant bit position. So in that case, I'm just leaving the parity 0, because this thing I'm getting after calculating this code word, and this thing I'm getting initially, I'm getting from the message, the receiver side. One is C and one is D, and if they are equal, I'm just putting it 0. Parity of I or J, that element particular, that index, parity of C is 0. And likewise, if they are not that, then I'm setting the parity 1. They are different. If they are different, because it is XOR operation, so simply that is the XOR operation that I'm going to do. And increment the C++ for the next iteration, and that it should be 2 to the power 1 this time, because it was 0 initially. Now that's it for it, and we are running another for loop. Because C was our helper variable, C will do one more job. C will find the position of that particular array, that particular error if there is any. So we are initializing it back to 0, running a for loop. And this particular thing, parities of I, parities is simply an array which will tell me the position of an error if there is any, and if all are zeros, it means there is no error. So C will simply compute the decimal value of that particular index. So if C is 0, then I'm printing no error and exiting. And if C is not 0, it means there is an error. And error is at some position which is stored in the C. So I'm printing that error is at this position. And then I'm just flipping this particular bit using the ternary operator. Data of C is equal to, if data of C is equal to 0, if it is so, then change it to 1. Otherwise, if it is not 1, it is not 0, it means it's 1, then change it to 0. That's only the thing. I'm just flipping it, 1's complement. After that, I'm just printing the stuff and we are done with it. So enough of the theory, enough of explanation. Let's go and see if it actually works or not. So I'm going to take the input from here. You can refer it later on. I've copy pasted them. Before that, let me compile. GCC Hamming.c. Okay, this bloody linker is not working. I have to link it up. Power function, okay, math. It should be done now. Okay, it's done. A dot out. It's working. So what I'm going to do is I have taken this from here only. So the message size should be 7, as you can see here as well. You can this program is generally, it will work everywhere. So this is the data word. It should be space separated, make sure that. And after that, I'm writing the message. Oh god, what did I do? Okay, let's start again. 7. This is it. So this is my generated code word, and let's look at it. Alright, it matches this one, as you can see. Now let's enter the received code word. I'm going to change it. Let's change the last one. Okay, let's change the second one. Oh no, okay, let's change it. 0, 0. So the position at second position, because I'm running from left to right, right to left, sorry. So 1, 2, second position, I changed it, and this is the error at that position, and I'm just detecting and correcting it. So that's it. And if there is no error, it will simply show that there is no error. I take guarantee like it will be working in each case, so there is no loophole in the code, so don't worry about that. Okay, I could not copy it. So if there is no code word, there was a problem. Okay, I think this is an incorrect code word. Yeah, this was incorrect code word I have copied. Let's do with correct one this time. Enough is enough. This is the code word, the correct one, and it is accepting it. The received code word is this one, and there is no error. That's it. So thank you guys, thanks a lot. And if you really liked it, and please do like, share and subscribe my channel. And if you have any doubt, you can ask them in the comment section. Thank you.